Good morning, everyone. I could not let this day go by without coming on and talking to you about something that's very important. People who know me call me a master manifester. And then other people who don't know me think it's just luck, that I have good luck and others have bad luck. I can tell you it's not luck. And the reason I wanted to come on today and talk to you about this, because it's 11:11, supposed to be the energetic spiritual portal. Don't know much about it, but I'm taking advantage of it for as much as I do know about it to talk to you about something that I can help you with. It's about manifesting. And I can tell you for sure that it's just not luck what I do because it wasn't always this way. I had to train myself and I had to learn skills, but I can also teach you, which is so exciting. In writing my book, I think you may have known if you saw me the other day, I wrote a book. I feel like I just gave birth to a new baby. Look at this little girl on the front. Evolutionary Leap from Breakup to Breakthrough for the Woman, A Journey to Self. Now, what I'm going to talk about in manifesting, this is for men and women, um, not gender specific because we're manifesting, right? And you don't have to do it differently because you're a different gender. But you do have to behave differently, develop different skills. And the reason I thought about this today, because in my book, I talked about rock bottom. And of course, the book From Breakup to Breakthrough kind of lets you know that I went through something that created the motivation for me to write this book. And in it, I talk about rock bottom. Why do I want to talk about rock bottom when I want to teach you how to manifest whatever it is you want? Because this is so amazing. Because when you hit rock bottom, you have two paths to go. In my book, I talk about rock bottom, and I said I was there so long, they built a wing and named it after me as kind of a clever joke. I thought that was funny. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized what rock bottom really does for you. Now, I want to take you down memory lane, and you may go, "Oh, I don't want to go back to that place and that time when I hit rock bottom." Everybody has their rock bottom. It's different for everyone. How bad it is just determines your experience and your reaction to it and how you recover from it. So, but let me explain how we can connect the dots from rock bottom to manifesting. When you hit rock bottom, you have two choices. You can either learn from the experience, and I know that sounds like a school teacher, learn from the experience, but I'm going to explain it a little bit more. Learn from the experience or become a victim to it. Say, I'm bad luck, poor me, this always happens to me. Then you don't learn anything from it, right? What is rock bottom? Why is it so painful? Because what you're really doing is your ego is dying. It is an ego death. What does that mean? Well, you've lost something that you really were attached to. Now, we all have our egos intact. We have to be human, but we can harness the effects of the ego and how much the ego has control over us and how much we choose to listen to the voice of the ego versus the voice of your soul purpose. Okay, that's your first clue to manifesting. So go back to that time when you hit rock bottom and think about it in terms of what part of your ego died. Well, if it's a breakup from somebody that you were in love with, that you weren't expecting to break up with, or you didn't want it to happen, that's a direct hit to your ego. And then you may think, well, no, that's love. Well, right. Okay. What's tied up in love is our ego. And especially when it goes a way that we did not want it to or expect it to. And it's offensive. It hurts us. It's like, am I not good enough? There we go, right there. It's a self-esteem. It hits our self-esteem. So the ego death is dying, killing off, not on purpose, that part of ourself that we were attached to that gave us a sense of well-being and self-esteem. Now that part goes away, that part dies, and we're left flattened. That's why rock bottom hurts so bad. some people who hit rock bottom is they become alcoholics and they've held on for as long as they can. They've held on to their family, they've held on to their spouse, children, they've held on to their job while they're an alcoholic until they can't hold on anymore. And they either have to give up drinking or lose everything, or maybe they lose everything and then they give up drinking. That is an ego death. That is, well, I thought I could hold it together and still have my vice or habit or whatever it was. So, how does this fold into manifesting? When you want something, when you want to manifest something, you have to ask yourself a question. And then you have to do certain skills, which I'm going to teach you. This is a perfect time. I want you to start it today because it's 11:11 and this portal into expanding energetically. And this is a perfect time to learn how to manifest. Okay. When you're ready to want something, and so this is a part of I'm going to manifest something. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to create this thing that I want. Your question to ask is, why? What's my purpose? Is this feeding my ego or is this feeding a soul purpose? And answer it honestly. And if it is feeding a soul purpose, then you have a better chance of manifesting. Now, it's not to say you won't manifest if you're coming from a place of ego, because we see people do it all day long. But guess what happens? They're not happy. They're not satisfied. It's never enough. They have to keep chasing and chasing and chasing. I'm talking about manifesting something in your life, whether it's money, career, or relationship, for the purpose of joy and happiness, not just to acquire things, because acquiring things is easy. You think, well, no, it's not easy. I want $1 million. I don't have $1 million. Okay, here's your second lesson in manifesting. You have to believe, and this is where thought comes in. Everything you think, every thought you have creates, and those of you who know me know I'm a nurse, creates a hormonal response in your body. Every single thought you have is making up your body chemistry and creating an energetic field around you that's going to either serve you or hinder you, give you joy or give you pain. So let me give an example. If you have a thought that says, I can never do that, I can't get that, I want money, but I can't get money. What happens when you're thinking that thought? You get anxious, you get stressed. Now you're increasing your cortisol level. Your nervous system is getting dysregulated. You're in no place to manifest anything except trauma, maybe a trauma-based relationship, because you're going to attract in someone just like that. And those two, that combination is not good ever. So every thought you think. So if you think, pick a number, let's say $1 million. I want $1 million. You cannot be attached to when you're going to get that $1 million. You can't say, I want it tomorrow, because you're going to expect it tomorrow. Divine timing is at play. And then tomorrow comes, you didn't get it. See, I can't manifest, right? So you're going to set an intention, but every thought that you think has to come align with that which you want. So, and you have to believe it and expect it, and then detach from the outcome. Now, this is harnessing your thoughts. This is preparing you for manifesting, and you can't waver. So you have to be very, very disciplined. That's why I brought in hitting rock bottom and the egoic death. You can't have an ego attachment to what it is you want to manifest, because there are some things that aren't going to come to you that are in your best good to not come to you. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are a lot of things I look back on and I manifested and didn't manifest, but I'm calling myself a master manifester. Is that a lie? No. I manifested and accepted and aligned with what is best for my highest good. So some of the things I thought I wanted, looking back on it now, would not have served me well and would have created suffering. So Your job today, if you decide to accept this job, and I don't really call it a job, but assignment, is I want you to look at when you hit rock bottom. What lesson did you learn from that rock bottom? And how did it help you grow into a deeper sense of self-love instead of a victim? And if it didn't, I want you to go back and build that for yourself. So I can say my breakup that I didn't plan or want at the time has opened a doorway to me writing a book, manifesting things I would not have been able to in that relationship that kept me small because that's where I was at the time. I hope you go to my website, dianern.com, and download my mini guide that's going to help teach you some of these skills. And then get on my email list, and we're going to have workshops and teach you how to get there. You deserve to get there. You deserve to start being happy and getting what you want instead of waiting and playing small and thinking, well, that's what I was supposed to. Yeah, that's what you were supposed to do. And we're not changing ourselves. We're just remembering who we are and coming into our own. And it's time. So thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you again soon. I wasn't expecting to come here, but I had to do this on 11/11 to give you some hot tips on how to manifest because today's a great day to start. You go out and have a great day, and I will see you soon.